So I'm going to do a larger pot. So I've got 13 pounds of clay. I want to get it in the middle. Stuck. So I'm going to hit it on. Once it's, attached, I'm going to wet it. I want to press down. You can see here at the bottom, there's a little place where water can underneath. I'm going to press down to form a skirt to prevent the water from going underneath. I want to cone up. Coning up on a larger piece of clay is a little different. I'm going to lean forward, or not so much lean forward, but actually press forward. Leaning on a bigger piece of clay is harder because you need to move up as you go, and as you move up, your hand comes away from the clay, so you have to lean really far over. So I actually do push when I'm coning up. Then coning down, I'm going to try to anchor my hand. I'm going to push forward with the clay, and it's going to get pushed down into the middle. So not just pushing straight down, I'm actually pushing forward. Do that again here. So I'm going to go forward and press forward, and that pushes it in to the ball without having to do as much work actually pressing down. Now I'm not as concerned about getting it in the middle as much as I am when I'm using a small piece of clay, because I'm going to do things as I pull. They're going to push it more into the middle. I'm going to open it up with my thumbs as far as I can go. I'm going to switch to my hand, go down, and I'm going to try to open it up. I want to open it up as even as I can so that I've got less work to do later. So I'm actually kind of centering as I open. Because I'm not coordinated enough to do it this way. I'm opening like this, but I'm keeping my hand on, pressing on the outside to keep it centered. I'm going to go back and compress the bottom. It's important that it's really compressed, because as I pull up, I'm actually going to decrease the inside of this area, and as I push in, I don't want it to buckle or wrinkle. So my first pull is going to be kind of a sloppy pull. I'm going to pull up just to get it more into a cylinder shape, and not so much of like a donut. Not that concerned with gaining height, just more of getting the shape that I want. Then I'm going to collar in and move that up. Go back and do another kind of sloppy pull, starting at the bottom and moving up. Collar it in again. This last collar in, I want it to be as narrow as I'm going to throw the cylinder before I do my first pull. I found that the way I pull works better on narrower cylinders than on wider ones. So I want it narrow so that it works better for me. My first pull, I'm only going to pull the bottom half. So I'll pull up to about there. But hopefully I'll increase the height dramatically. And then the second pull, I'll pull through that area and pull the top. Reason being that it's a lot easier to pull the bottom part while this is still short. If I pull all the way through, it might be too tall for me to reach the bottom easy. So I pull the bottom as thin as I want it first, and then I work the top part. Just make sure it's wet. Start at the bottom and pull up. And then as I get to where I said, I'm going to start to release that pressure and let go. Making sure it's blended in well. I don't want to ridge where that seam is. Color back in some. All my bags up, packed and ready to go. Wet it again. Now, because of how wide this is, and that I'm going to actually be holding the pot steady with the top of my arm, I want to wet my arm so that it slides rather than sticks. I want to use slip so that it doesn't catch or dry out quickly. So see how I'm going to hold it there? So I'm going to squeeze in and pull all the way through to the top this time. And then let go. Collar it in. Now I've left this top chunk here thick because as I press this out, this part's going to need to hold itself up and it's going to stretch more than the rest of it. That and I want to have something to work with later on, so I'm kind of saving some clay up here. I'm going to make it level though. Compress it. So now I'm going to get rid of all the slip on the clay. I might do one more pull at the bottom there. Maybe not. Yeah. Still make it a little bit thinner. The thinner the clay is, the more it's going to respond when you apply pressure to it. And I want it to just move freely without having to work at it a lot. So I'm going to cut the skirt off, and now I'm going to remove all the slip. When I remove the slip, I also want to get rid of the throwing lines. When you stretch something out really far, the more the throwing lines that there are, the more you're actually going to see them when you stretch it out, and you really can't get rid of them until you trim. And I don't like having to trim a whole piece if I can get away with it. So go back. And on the inside, we do the same thing. I'm going to use a rubber rib though, or a green rib, whatever, plastic rib, so that I don't have to worry about my pot turning into a blender while my hand's in there. So I'm not really trying to, push it out right now. I'm just trying to scrape the slip off and remove the throwing lines. Get the water out of the bottom. More of a booger down there than water.